Okay, I just made these speaker offsets. It's a 4-inch speaker, and I'm going to mount it on the rear firewall like this, rather than dropping it in a hole. I'm going to mount it behind the firewall itself, and then perforate a section of the firewall, either with slots or with drilled holes to let the sound out. But I need something to hold them, to hold these speakers up. So I've made these offsets. They're going to sit up about an inch. They're going to sit up about an inch, and these will just sit right in them. And they'll go right up to this edge out. So now I gotta go and cut these out. Alright, I gotta cut these out. Alright, now to cut the centers out so they drop inside like this. Okay. Here's my speaker offset or speaker mount. This will get mounted to the back firewall there, and this will mount like this onto the firewall. So this will mount in here like this, and the speaker will mount like this. And the reason I went with this type of speaker is because this is a waterproof speaker. Well, water resistant. It's a marine speaker. Alright, so here's that back firewall with the speaker and speaker mount. So I'm gonna either put slashes or just drill holes as neatly as I possibly can inside here, so that way the sound can get through. Then I'll probably take a piece of felt and put over this on both sides of this. Or not both sides, but put it down, mount it on here. That way it's got felt on this side. And then on the other side will be carpet as usual, so you'll never see the speakers. The speakers are completely hidden behind the firewall. And then to possibly, I say possibly, help with the sound, pushing the sound through, I got these sound boxes, or whatever you want to call them. They're just going to help push the sound forward rather than all over the inside and sound real tinny. So those will mount on there. So far, I'm noticing they'll probably just push them on there, but pretty sure I'm going to be able to push them on there and then possibly staple them to the ring here. And I'll trim this to fit. It looks like stapling. Okay, I'm cutting some plexiglass now. This is for the Bluetooth module. This will be the bottom. This will be the top. Now I'm going to make the end pieces and the side pieces. And I'm going to use something I've never done before, is plexiglass welding. Anyway, I ordered the kit, and I'm going to weld this together once I get all the pieces cut. Okay, so this is a rough look at what it'll look like. Power wire, speaker wires all come together and go out the side. This is longer so that I can screw it down. So this will be the bottom. Put a screw in here, screw in there. And once it's all the wires are in, I'll run them out, probably 1 or maybe 2 holes. And then this here is a knob for turning the volume up and down, which I'm gonna turn it all the way up. That's off. Turn it all the way up and leave it on. And then my iPhone will control the volume from there. Okay, so this is what I'm doing for my speakers. I've marked it with a Sharpie, and this is the mount that the speaker will go on facing that direction. I've marked it, and I've used a spring-loaded center punch on half of it here, and I'm going to drill those out as soon as I get all of these center punched. Hi, I'm Dan from Dan's Garage. Thank you for all the comments and the questions and everything. I will be addressing a lot of the questions and comments, at least the questions, in another video. A lot of people have been asking about the different tools that I use and the different supplies and stuff. And I will be making a video pretty soon. I was gonna go live, but I may. Right now I have 400 subscribers, over 400 subscribers. I'd really like to get that to 500. The subscribing is what actually helps the channel. When I started this, it wasn't to get a YouTube channel and all that. It was just really sharing what I'm doing with family and friends, and it's gotten kind of popular. I'm really just having fun here in my garage. I work on just about everything, but right now it's Factory 5. It's going to be Factory 5 for a while, especially since the parts are kind of scarce. Just missing a little bit of here and a little bit of there. So anyway, like and subscribe, and we'll get some more content out probably every week if I can swing it. grind those off a little bit. A little too long screws. Almost flush. Lots of carpets on there. Don't even feel those much feeling for them. All right, I'm working on making the acrylic or plexiglass casing for this, or enclosure. This is my Bluetooth module that's going to connect my speakers. So I just cleaned off these two pieces. They're going to mount there. I have to get this one cleaned up the rest of the way. I'm only going to hook 3 pieces together tonight because I have to let these sit up for a while, or set up. I have like 1 minute for it to start sticking, and then from there it gets a little bit stronger, and then after 24 hours it should be as strong as it's supposed to be, which it's not like glue, it's a chemical. I forget the name of the chemical right now, but it's a chemical that causes plexi or Lexan to chemically bond to each other, and it's you can make all kinds of stuff with it, shells and all this stuff. I just want to make an enclosure. So right now I'm flattening it up, knocking off all the edges from when I was sanding it down to get it straight. And once I do that, I'm gonna put this together, put the chemical in the applicator, squirt it on here and get it going. And I'll wait 24 hours, and I'll start making the other pieces for the ends, because the ends are going to go inside here like this. They'll go inside here, but I have to cut them down, leave an area for a knob that'll go through it, and then on this side leave it open so that I can get all the speaker wires and the power wire through there. This is the power wire, so I have to have enough room, and I'm going to go ahead and enclose that power wire inside like this, so I'm not planning on taking it out. If I have to, I have to, but I don't think I will. As much as this cost, I might just chuck it. I don't know if it ever has a problem, that is. I think this was like 25 bucks or 28 bucks, something like that. And I'm just using my t-shirt to clean that off. Alright, I'm going to mix this. Well, there's nothing to mix. I just got to put it inside this applicator and then squirt it in. Okay, after taking the cap off this with a pair of pliers, because it's actually glued in there, cut this out. It's not one that you can just poke it, pop it. So I'm going to drill it. Yikes, stinks. Keep a cap on it for now. can't suck it up like that. It's just to apply. I need to find a funnel that small. Since it melts plexi, it may melt my funnel. We'll find out. Well, it melts plexi. It doesn't melt this plastic, so maybe something just with plexiglass. All right. Get some more light on. Oh, probably don't want it to run down the sides. Oh, that ran down. Okay, let me just do this. Well, this stuff activates quick. I see why it's got this little applicator. I think this time I kind of did it this way. Doing it this way, you can actually see it suck up under the plexi. Doing it the way I did over there, kind of screws stuff up. Yeah, you can watch it actually go up under the plexi. I'm still able to move it, but barely. Okay, it's been 24 hours. It's pretty tough. There's that spot that I touched and rubbed. Had I just left it alone, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. Now I got end pieces here. I'll go like that. I just marked the spot for this power and volume knob here. It's going to go right here. So now I'm going to drill that hole out. Start with 1/8 drill bit, since that's what I've got on here from doing the aluminum panels from rooting. Right on target. I'll change this drill bit out. Put this in place. Might be too thick. This is an auxiliary port right here. I wasn't planning on using that at all, but it looks like I'm going to have to drill a hole for it just to get this shaft to get out there just enough to where I might be able to get 1 or 2 threads on it to put the cover on this. If not, I'll just put a little bit of hot glue right there, push it in place, and lock it in, because that's what I'm going to hold this down with, is some hot glue. I might have to do that just to get it on there. And then the knob itself will hold it in place. Moved it out a little bit, but not enough, so I'll be gluing it. On a good note, I have an aux jack if I need it. Alright, got the power wire ready. Got that cut for that. Now I need to run probably 2 holes for speaker wires. Got 4 wires, but 2 wires will be coming through, so those can really be anywhere along here. Get a marker. See how this. Alright, about time to bond it. Alright, here we go. Got it all in place. Got the plastic sheeting off of it. Shit, keep dripping everywhere. Oh, that's gonna look like hell. Next time, take all the air out. Okay, just learned something new about this weld-on acrylic glue. It will fill just like a weld. If you can see, that was a low spot there. It's not level. This side was fine. This side had a gap from here to the end. I took the weld, this applicator, put it right in there and laid it on its side, and it has filled. It's filled that spot, just like a weld would. Pretty neat stuff. Okay, got this piece sanded down here. I used a thinner piece here, like I did here, mainly because I'm going to try and screw this down. I got some real small screws I'm gonna drill a pilot hole in 4 corners. Maybe put a little bit of silicone on there, hold it down in case I need to get in there. All right, I just put the board in and used some hot glue to lock the board down. Just put a little bit there. I did put a little bit of hot glue on this shaft right here. Not on the actual shaft, on the housing where the nut would have went on. And then I put a dab right there on that aux port, just on top, so I can still get a jack in there if I need to. I don't know if this is going to be too thick to get a jack in there. It's all right. I'm probably never going to do that. But this thing is done. The top, still haven't decided whether I'm going to go ahead and put 4 screws in here, or just go ahead and put a bead of silicone across there, all 4 sides, and then just set this on it and just let it go. But until I do, I'm not going to take the protective film off this one and figure out what I'm going to do. But I do need to drill a hole here and a hole here so that I can mount it wherever I want to mount it in the car. So that's it. And this is the stuff I use in case anybody wants to get some of the stuff. I ordered it off Amazon. It came with the applicator. I think it was 20 bucks for the whole setup. And I can make a ton more plexiglass things. Got a bunch of ideas just from doing this. Guess I might be able to use those to screw that plexiglass piece down, but nah, I don't think so. There's my knob. Turn it all the way up so that way when the iPhone connects, I can control the volume from my phone or from my watch. I think that was 25 bucks. This was 20 for this kit. And all of it came off Amazon. And the plexiglass was just scrap. Alright, so here's my speaker mounts that I made, and here's the opening there for sound right behind my head, and the passenger right behind her head. Now this, I don't know exactly where I'm going to mount this, but I'm thinking once the panel's all in here, it could probably go right here or mount it up and out of the way. Could even actually put it up here on this board. Maybe not, because the belts will go right through here. Could be right up on this wall here. But either way, I got all kinds of options of where I could run it. I need to run a power wire, and then just these speaker wires right here, and that's it. So 2 wires from there, 2 wires from here, running straight in here and here, and then this to a power source, an ignition controlled power source, and that's it.